And now, WZDX Sports with Mo Carter.
And good evening, everyone. Over the past 2 years, the Alabama A&M Bulldogs have struggled with depth along the offensive and defensive line. But that will not be the case this year on the Hill. During the offseason, Coach James SPADY and the staff made sure to recruit big guys on both sides of the ball. And thanks to those efforts, the offensive and defensive lines are two of the deepest units on the field for Alabama A&M. And every day, these two units are going at it blow for blow. Coach SPADY elaborated about the ongoing competition among his big fellas.
There's competition, and those guys get getting to a point where they know each other real well, and so the defense kind of anticipates what the offense is going to do, and they end up having some skirmishes, and that's not a bad thing. I like the aggressiveness in the competition.
Big weekend for Alabama A&M. Saturday, Coach SPADY and his wife will host the Women's 101 Clinic. Then Sunday at Walmart on SPARKMAN Drive, they'll host Alabama A&M Day. Football players, coaches, cheerleaders, and band members will all be on hand. Now, following back-to-back practices on the new surface of Burgess Snow Field, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks return to familiar grounds of their practice field this afternoon. Today's practice was extremely tough for some Gamecock players because of the wonderful heat. But Coach John Gross is glad to see everyone push through the efforts. With only 2 weeks left until the opening night, today's practice and Saturday's scrimmage will provide really one more opportunity for players to prove themselves for the upcoming fall slate.
Got to get reps. We got guys that need block and tackle, and get more reps at that and see who's ready to play, who's not. And, one of the final scrimmages they really get to prove themselves in of kind of where they're at and making plays.
The Gamecocks will have tomorrow off before taking in a 90-play scrimmage on Saturday. Now, Jacksonville State's opening night opponent is the Lions of UNA. Today, Coach Bobby Wallace's team practiced twice in extreme heat on the Lions' 8-day of preseason workouts. And Coach Wallace is challenging his team to push through the heat and make improvements each and every day. Now, preseason NFL action continues on WZDX this weekend as the Tennessee Titans play host to Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. Saturday. You can see it all live on WZDX. Now, the Sparkman Senators are a very young team, but the future is bright for the program. We've got their preview and much more high school football coming up after the sports media timeout. And welcome back. Region 4 of Class 7A is by far one of the toughest and deepest regions in the entire state, and cracking into the postseason is a challenge. And the Senators of Sparkman are ready to go face-to-face with that challenge. Sparkman went 4-6 last season, and they'll have to rely on youth to be successful this season. Yes, the Senators do have 23 seniors, but 68 other players are underclassmen. 14 of those underclassmen will have starting roles. Coach Chris Cagle has seen his team improve each and every year since he's been at the helm, and that improvement starts with the day-to-day grind on the gridiron.
We have a good senior class, some of the best leadership we've had, but we do have a lot of youth on our team, but everybody's been coming together. Well, the ultimate goal is to be better every day. That's what we tell our players. No matter how good or how bad we were yesterday, we want to be better today. And it's the same way. We want to improve every game.
Speaking of games, week 0 of the high school football season kicking off tonight. A little scrimmage action between James CLEMENS and DECATUR. First quarter, DECATUR with the ball. Alex Marks rolls out the pass, and he's intercepted by Monty Rice of the Jets, and the Jets will take over with great field position. A few plays later, James CLEMENS hands the ball off to Bradley Belt, and he takes the handoff and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Extra point was good. James CLEMENS up 7-0. On the next drive now, the Jets defense continues to make plays. Marks tries to get off a pass, but he's sacked by Big LeBron Ray, one of the state's top recruits. DECATUR would end up punting. Moving on to the second quarter now, the Jets are in the red zone. They hand it off to who else? Mr. Bradley Belt. Strap it on up and get into the end zone, young man, and he does. 20 yards out. James CLEMENS cruised to an early victory of 35-0. Let's take you over to Milton Frank Stadium. The Lehigh Band in the stands playing live for a Leeds game against Scottsboro. Generals up 21-19 late in the second. Wildcats rally though. Bo Nix handed off to DeCarlos Billingsley. He scores it. 2-point conversion, no good, making it 25-21. After a great kickoff return, the Generals go to work. Diamante Douglas calling his own number, breaks a couple of tackles, sheds a few defenders, and he picks up a first down deep inside of Wildcats territory. Now, A few plays later, it's Douglas throwing the swing pass to Kadarius Cox, and number 20 does the rest. Taking it to the house. Get off me, he says, as he goes into the end zone. This game was 28-25 at the break. It's a scrimmage mode, everyone. They officially start off next week. Let's take you over to the Olympic Park now. KERRON Clement of the USA struck gold in the 400-meter hurdles today. He finished with a season-best 47.63 seconds in the session. Clement is a two-time world champion and a silver medalist from Beijing in 2008, but is his first individual gold at the Olympics. And the unbeaten USA women's basketball team secured a place in this weekend's final as they continued their quest for gold. 86-67, they beat France today. With that victory, they'll be playing for another gold medal this weekend in Rio. That'll do it for sports, everyone. Stick with us. We'll be right back.